My name is Yanet Amanuel, Public Policy Director for the ACLU of Maryland, and here's a brief recap of our 2024 legislative session. Let's start with some good news, which is that thanks to our advocacy and your help, we defeated many bills this session that threatened our rights. Bills like HB 320, which tried to repeal the law banning marijuana odor stops and searches, failed. Additionally, several bills that attempted to repeal the Child Interrogation Protection Act also failed. Finally, SB 404/HB 346, which aimed to do some good by decreasing penalties for marijuana volume dealers, but also added harmful things such as reclassifying firearm offenses from misdemeanors to felonies, also failed. As for not so good news, many of our legislative priorities did not pass this session. One of our main priorities, which was the Maryland Second Look Act, passed out of the Senate and made it out of the House Judiciary Committee, but was heavily amended and gutted before it could officially pass. And I'll say that we put in tons of effort into the Second Look Act. It got further than anyone thought was possible this session. And even though it did not pass this session, we're so proud that more legislators and more Marylanders are educated on the Second Look Act than ever before, and support continues to grow. We plan to continue to build on that momentum for next session. And unfortunately, the bill to cage more Black children in Maryland, widely known as the Fox 45 bill, did pass. The bill will expand juvenile court jurisdiction for 10 to 12-year-olds. And we're talking about elementary school age children. To put it briefly, it's a terrible bill that will put more kids in jail, even for minor offenses, and give state's attorneys too much discretion over kids who need age-appropriate supports and services rather than punishment and incarceration. And it also adds nothing useful or productive for our children in our communities, but focuses instead on criminalizing and detaining them. But we still have time. Governor Moore has yet to sign the bill. Go to the ACT page on the ACLU of Maryland website to join the call for Governor Moore to veto this bill. While this was a tough legislative session, we couldn't have gotten through it without our partners, including the Maryland Second Look Coalition, the Baltimore Algebra Project, the Maryland Coalition for Justice and Police Accountability, CASA, Justice Initiative, the Talking Drum, and many other partners. And a special thank you to Senator Jill P. Carter and Delegate Cheryl Pastor for their fearless leadership on the Second Look Act. Finally, I want to thank all of you. Those of you who came to support at a rally, testified at a hearing, signed an action alert, reshared one of our update videos this session. We're better Maryland because of your commitment, and we'll never stop championing for you or your rights. In the next few weeks, we'll put up our full legislative report showcasing all of the issues we worked on this session, from parole reform to education to voting rights. But until then, thank you for sticking with us.